Working on the Last of Us Part 2 obviously was different, was diverse from the first game. Although it continued with some of the parameters that we set up in the first game, in terms of the music and the emotional content of it. In the first game, I based most of the music in the sound of three instruments: a guitar with acoustic or electric, the ronroco, and a particular instrument which is a Fender bass that was created in the 60s, and it's an instrument, a really special instrument, because today there's a lot of basses that have more than 4 strings, but they're basically basses to which they add strings. The Fender 6 is a different beast. It's actually like a guitar that is an octave down. So it's quite different. It was an instrument that was used by the Beatles, and it was used by Cream, by Jack Bruce, especially in the first Cream album. It's very different just because it feels like a guitar. It sounds almost like a bass, but it has almost like a piano quality. So it was a very special instrument for the first game. In the second edition, in part 2, I replaced that instrument with an acoustic guitar, but with a particular set of strings that are only manufactured in Argentina by some friends of mine that have a company called Magma, and they created these strings that are actually an octave lower than the strings of a guitar, and you just use them in a classical guitar, and it's just fantastic, the sound. So it's kind of like that first Fender 6, but acoustic. So that was a change. I still kept the ronroco, and I kept the guitars, but I also brought a different timbre. Aside of The Last of Us, I've always been very interested in the banjo,